my first project after I graduated from architecture school, and I was in my mid-20s, and there was a senior partner in my firm, Charles Cullum. So my name is Robert Mellon, and I'm a retired professor at McGill University and also an architect in Newfoundland and Labrador. So going back to the 1970s, as for my first project, we were given the shape of the building by the master planners, Sir Frederick Gibbard and Partners, and we had to work backwards from that shape. So given the footprint of the building and the massing of the building, which was substantial, of 5 stories above grade, I believe, I had an idea for a communal reading room that would cut across all floors at an angle, and that's called a stepped section in architecture. And the major precedent for that was Gund Hall at Harvard University for the architecture school, which had recently been completed, designed by John Andrews Architects. Fortunately, the university liked the idea, and I was able to participate in all of the design. In our firm, Charles Cullum was the senior partner overseeing all projects, but the responsibility for particular projects was dedicated to to an architect. So my responsibility was the library. And I left the project, I left the firm, I became a partner in the firm. It was called the Architects Guild. But I left the firm in, I guess, after about 2 months of initial construction of the library. That would have been around 1978 or so, I believe. And I was interested in pursuing graduate studies and research. So I kept in touch with Charles Cullum over the years, and we were friends until he passed away. So that's the basic history of the building. It was only a couple of months of construction, completed of foundations, and I left at that time to start my own practice and to start some research. I was interested in housing at the time, and I still am. So there were some changes over the years that took place. And all buildings have their difficulties and have changes. The university wanted to save money, so they eliminated several features that were part of the original design. Because it's such a massive block of a structure, one of the things that we tried to do was make more of a transition between the interior and the exterior. But unfortunately, facilities management took off part of the sign screen that was supposed to wrap around the front of the building all the way to the west side with a colonnade as well. So that would have gone right around this side and then on to the west. They also changed the surface material for the bleachers that are in front of the building from a soft surface, which should have been fully planted in places for seating, to concrete, which I didn't like. We were also told what kind of brick to use and to match the health sciences complex brick, which I didn't particularly like. I felt the brick color was kind of dull. But at that time, you couldn't really get very much. There weren't very many options that were economical for the brickwork. I would have preferred perhaps longer Roman type brick rather than the short bricks that are here. Possibly more of a reddish color and more of a horizontal aspect to it. Also, the skylights got eliminated above the front entrance. We had consistent slope glazing there at one time in the design and in the model, but the university was worried about leaks, so they took that out and they made round bubble skylights, which probably leaked robustly over the years. I've heard from the librarians that they used to keep buckets on their desks from those, and they look kind of ugly. So there's always changes, but perhaps I don't have a right to be too critical because I left the project and it was my design project. So if you don't stay with the project to the end, then you can't expect that everything's going to work out anyway. And then, of course, for design input, design doesn't end at the end of the construction documents. It also continues when you're building the building because there's always decisions to make. Well, I think the reading room is the main feature. Originally, that was supposed to have stairs that would communicate within the reading room from one level to another. But at that time, in the 1970s, the university felt that that the students were could possibly misbehave and needed to be controlled. And they were afraid of massive parties in the reading room and that they would not be able to control people. So then the steps were eliminated.
As ready as I ever will be.
Congratulations, and we're here to celebrate 40 years at the QE2 Library. Have fun.
Congratulations, QE2, on 40 years of magnificence, supporting our students, our faculty, the people who work in this building. It's amazing.
Happy 40th, QE2.
Hi, happy 40th anniversary, QE2 Library.
Happy 40th, QE2 Library. I started as a student in 1992, so I've been here for 30 years. That's a break in between.
Congratulations, QE2 Library, on your 40th anniversary. It's great to be here. 10 years for me. Lots of changes, lots of good things. That's good.
Congratulations on the 40 years of University Library. Here, have a good one.
Congratulations, QE2, for 40 years of service.
Congratulations, 40 years to the library, 35 years that I worked here.
I know I was 56
Still
years
going
old,
good.
I'm 60.
Photos that we had